Hello, welcome into the Cafe Nightly Show. Today is the 3rd of January, 2024, and switch up the format just a little bit, just because it is easier for some people to keep their eyes on, put their eyes on, look at the announcements, be able to see as we go through visuals from the game of Upland. So we are going to be simulcasting on YouTube and in the Discord Cafe. Continue to do so. Right on through will be the new way we do things. Tuesdays and Fridays, we will be in the Plaza, 7 p.m. PT, same time every week on Tuesdays and Fridays, and every other night of the week. Maybe not right on that 7 p.m. PT time, but close to it as we can. But again, getting things kicked off here, getting things started. We do have some pieces of news today. Today, the 3rd of January, we did have yesterday, the 2nd, we get a couple things pushed in. We had a sale that was announced. The sale actually happened today. So we'll get into some details on that sale. A little bit of a snafu, a little bit of a glitch on that sale, at least to gain some assets up. So we'll get into a little bit of details there. Also looking at a couple pieces of long time in the making here. And that is we had wearables that were kind of covert stealth put out. We had Upland talk about having wearables from the NFLPA Mementos as being something that would be down the line. It was announced at the beginning of the year or before the year started for the 2023-2024 NFLPA season, and now it's here. And we're talking about the format, how this happened, what happened. It was kind of stealth because it isn't something that Upland kept telling us, hey, 2 months, 1 month, it's coming, it's coming. It's something they didn't tell us. It's kind of one of those over deliver and under promise. People have been buying some assets along the way without directly expecting that they were going to be getting what they've got as of today. And we'll go into that in a little more detail. That same philosophy here, not the same exactly on Stock Pro wearables, the Mementos. There's something that we've had these wearables or we've had these Stock Pro Mementos for clothing, and we were told they were eventually going to be wearable. Those are wearable as well. We'll get into those details on that as well, what you should see. And then of course today we did have a couple small but real announcements here along the way as well. Again, the robots sale did happen today. Announcement was yesterday. We'll get into some of the details on happened on that. But right along with the idea of continuing to get pushed throughout these little updates, we had it at the end of the year. We had it a couple days before the end of the year where we hit a couple milestones. They were at a milestone of hitting this idea of 13.5 million USD sales, 850,000 USD in UGC sales in the game of Upland. Now we have another milestone. We'll get into a little bit of the details there. 12 million USD in properties sold in the game of Upland. So we're going to continue to see this likely for Upland as we're pushing through it to this point where we are looking at greater adoption as we're looking at the future of Upland, highlighting what has been done, what is being done, what can be done in the game of Upland, and hopefully what can be done here moving forward. So we'll get into that announcement as well. But before we get into all of that, of course, disclaimer up front, all views and opinions expressed by myself, the Goldsmith, are mine and mine alone. They don't represent the game or the team of Upland. They shouldn't be taken as game strategy or financial advice. Guests who we do have on, same deal. Their opinions, their views, they don't represent myself, the Goldsmith. They don't represent the Cafe Nightly Show. They're not necessarily the opinions or the views of the game of Upland or the team of Upland. And of course, no financial advice coming from their lips, no game strategy advice. Take what they have to say as perspective and not necessarily what you should do tomorrow in your game of Upland. Well, easy enough. Get that out of the way. Going to be able to share here because if you are following along, if you are up on the YouTube currently, or if you're watching recorded, hi. If you watch recorded, hey, thanks for taking the time to come and take a look. But we can actually take a look at some of these announcements as they came through. I do want to review the sale that happened today for the Robots Revolution. Again, the little bit of snafu there, and I will get this presented over. The little bit of the snafu over there, obviously, is I had a little period of time where I wasn't able to get my wearable to wear. But the other part was that the assets, the map assets, were not actually clicking or able to be displayed on property. That is something that's supposed to be getting remedied. So keep my eyes out for that, or we should keep our eyes out to see that pop through here. Right over here, Robots Revolution. Get in and take a look at a couple of the details. Again, the majority of this has already happened, except there's a couple of details here with burn mechanics we want to keep our eyes open for. Sale obviously happened today, 9 a.m. PT. It is one of those things that did seem to sell out in order. Sold out before we got to the end of the list. So people on the UPX side did not get a chance to buy more than one in UPX. It seems I didn't get a chance to buy more than one UPX, and I barely got to buy the one package I bought. This was a USD and UPX sale. I expect to continue to see these on the side of Upland. The UPX side sells out first, and then obviously the USD side with the pent up demand or whatever leftover demand there is, that we see the USD side continue to sell and eventually sell out. What did happen on that sale? Again, $25 USD or 25,000 UPX with the sale prices, 450 of each, 450 bundles on the USD side, 450 bundles on the UPX side. And the other part of this that hasn't happened yet for the sale here is if you were able to get one of those packs, you were able to earn yourself an entry into a sale, into a potential sale here coming up very shortly. That sale happening for a cart sale, just like we've had with the Stock Car Pro. You have to have the pass in order to be part of that snapshot. In order to be part of that snapshot, or because you're part of that snapshot, now you have a chance to go in the sale. This is a similar mechanic but different. You have to have bought the bundle. So if you didn't get lucky today, if you weren't able to buy the bundle in UPX, you chose not to buy it in USD. I know you had the opportunity in USD. I know they sat around. They were available for people who didn't register. But if you did not buy it in UPX, didn't have a chance, we're at the end of the line, you're not going to have a chance to be part of this sale. Sorry. It is kind of the compounding the luck a little bit, it looks like. $25 USD for this sale. Registration is coming Monday. That's 5 days from now, it looks like. Monday, the 8th of January, 8 a.m. PT is when that sale registration opens up. The registration running for 24 hours until 8 a.m. PT on the Tuesday. So Tuesday, January 9th, 9 a.m. PT is when the sale's happening. It's a USD only sale. So the sale on these cards, USD only, and it's randomized. You can't say, it looks like you can't say, I want to buy the Enforcer, I want to buy the Guardian. You're going to buy and you're going to get what you get. Oh, no, never mind. I apologize. That was the way everything else in the sale was, but you can pick from the Crimson or the Arctic design. Obviously, they're going to be queued. So you're going to have to get in one of those two queues, cross your fingers, get what you can get. But again, if there's more demand than there is items available, we might not get all the way through that pent up demand or through all the demand there. We do see that the passes did give us a total of 900 passes were sold. So theoretically, there was more opportunity to be part of the sale than there's going to be overall supply. We've seen a couple of these sales happen this way. Same thing here. It's possible that more people are willing to spend 25 USD to buy one of these cards than are eligible. So it's going to be a follow the queue type situation. We'll see. We'll see how this sale ends up being. Keep in mind, there's no UPX option. This is just USD. The cart sale is exclusively available to those who have purchased the Robots bundle. Again, buying Robots on the secondary market does not qualify for you for the sale. You had to get in. You had to buy the bundle either in UPX or USD at the original sale time. This marks the beginning of a revolution in Upland. Again, whether revolution is a little bit excessive or not. Again, the thing is what is kind of interesting about this whole process is there's a burn mechanic. Let's take a quick look at that. There is you jump into this whole robots phenomenon that Upland's doing, and you buy the bundle up front, and that qualifies you for additional sales in the methodology or in the same line of product. So it is kind of setting up some different dynamics, some dynamics we haven't seen as much previously here. So that's one of the two. The burn is another, and here's a really interesting burn. Burning map assets right here. You have to burn one of each to get that Sunfire Sentinel cart. It is burning map assets and gain a cart. One asset type burnt into another asset type. new for Upland, something we haven't seen. I think that that's part of the robot revolution here is that there's some new mechanics being tested or being used in this case. And the key thing here that I see, if I take a quick peek, um, from the sale today is not everybody robots bundles is right, Cody. Um, the what we did see today on this was if you were trying to buy an optics, you could only buy one. And if you bought an Upix, you would be, we potentially randomized here on what you end up with on that map asset. The idea of maybe you got lucky, maybe you didn't. Maybe you got two. Maybe you bought one bundle in USD, one bundle in Upix, and maybe you got the same map asset. Who knows? Maybe you did, maybe you didn't. But it's very unlikely someone would have had to buy two on the USD, which you could have had the opportunity to do. You buy one on the Upix side and get lucky, and you get all three. But I think the way this is going to play out is on the secondary. People are going to have to go out and find the one or the two of these map assets that they tried to get in the first place, that they try to get for the bundle sale, and have to buy them on secondary in order to burn for this Sunfire Sentinel car. And the other thing that's important about this burn mechanic to keep in mind is based on the price point, which was 25,000 UPX or $25 to get one of these map assets along with another bonus item. Bonus item was either a block explorer or a wearable, 50-50 chance of being one or the other. The price point on to potentially get this car at the lowest cost, again, assuming you buy bundles, was going to be 75,000 UPX because you couldn't buy three in UPX because it just wasn't an option. The queue did not last that long. Would have meant you would have had to buy a couple in USD, one in UPX at least, in order to earn this car. That's one thing to keep in mind for price point. Second thing is just because of the rarity of the pack hit, it's very unlikely that anyone got all three of these from the bundles. They're likely gonna have to go buy on secondary. So we'll see how the market ends up playing out, how many people want to get this Sunfire Sentinel car, but it theoretically costs a lot more resources to end up with a Sunfire Sentinel car than it's going to cost to go and buy a car next Tuesday when that car sale happens. Again, burns are fun. How many people burn or decide not to burn for the Sunfire Sentinel car, that's going to determine what the overall circulation, the overall mintage of this car ends up being. There is a theoretical max mint, but that doesn't mean that we're going to end up with that many carts available. The overall amount of carts that end up on the market is going to be determined again by how people choose to burn and what people choose to burn. So it's just key thing to keep our eyes out on. The burn mechanism is open now. It is going to go through Tuesday the 9th of January, 9 a.m. PT. You have to burn by then if you want this. The burn mechanism will not be able to earn you a Sunfire Sentinel car if you do wait longer than 9 a.m. PT on Tuesday the 9th. The other thing that's key here is double check. Do this right. There's no safety mechanism. It's diving without a parachute. If you go and you burn three of the reds and you don't burn a yellow and you don't burn a white, you don't get anything. If you don't burn the right combination, you don't get the reward, and you've lost what you burnt. The burnt is a no takebacks, no reservations, no reserve. It says, are you sure you want to? You hit the button that you do want to burn. Yes, I want to burn. It's gone. You don't get anything else. You don't get a reward if you didn't do the right red plus yellow plus white of these map assets. So keep that in mind. Be ready, be prepared for it. Obviously, if you do the thing, if you burn the three, if you burn them in the right quantity, you should be getting the prize. You should, or expect to be getting the reward, the Sunfire Sentinel cart here. And the other part of the burn here that's still open and still available is a block explorer burn. And this is another one of those things that's an interesting one. You're not guaranteed a block explorer when you bought the sale. The sale, again, was in UPX and USD. By math, theoretically, people could have ended up with two, three or four potentially if they did buy on the USD side of bundles, but only 50% of bundles overall have a block explorer. There's a distribution of the colors here, yellow, red, and white. You would have had to have all three individuals, yellow, red, and white, burn all three of them in order to get one of these two block explorers, the Volt Vortex or the Cyber Centurion, one or the other. Again, another burn mechanism, another safety net list burn mechanism. You gotta burn them. You gotta burn the right ones. You can't burn 5 reds. You get nothing if you burn 5 reds. You don't get the 5 reds back. So double check before you do go ahead and use the burn mechanism. 9 a.m. on the 9th as well to get that done. 9 a.m. PT on Tuesday the 9th is your cutoff to do that burn mechanism. And again, keynote here is this is something I expect Upwind to continue to do. The randomization here, the Volt Vortex or the Cyber Centurion, one or the other, really does put this idea out that there's still randomization. Even if you strive and you do all the things and you get the reward, you don't have a guarantee. But it also means that it does push the rarity further. So it is nice to see Upwind thinking about limited quantities, rarities being important. Crimson Enforcer, Sunfire Sentinel, and Arctic Guardian are the names that Upwind is using here, both for the block explorers and the map assets. And again, the one thing that we did have on the snafu on that today, it was that, as part of that sale, there was a little bit of a kerfuffle here. There was a little bit of a delay. The team is aware and is currently working on an issue of moving the robot's assets to your property. Staking to your property, moving to your property was not working. Again, we've had these map assets before. When new map assets are put out, there is a functionality to them that allows them to be posted or placed on a property and then replaced or moved to another property afterwards. Sometimes they've been sticky. This is something that was found, and they figured out it was an issue, and it was something that could be done. In the meantime, please be careful not to press the burn button if you do not intend to burn. Confirming the burn option after pressing the button will result in the asset being lost forever. Again, we're going to have to keep reminding people, until there's a safety net, or if there's ever a safety net, then great. But until there's a safety net, we don't want people to burn stuff, expect to get a reward, not have followed the rules, or not have read all the details and lost their assets forever and ever and ever without any recourse or reward. Here we are. Here's the announcement that we did see coming. I expected to see an update on this. We already had an update on the overall USD sales in the game of Upland. We had a recent update on the amount of UGC sold in the game. We've had an update on the US dollars that were sold through third-party shops or through Meta Ventures as a whole. And here we are, 12 million USD players sold properties, $12 million in the players sold properties in the game. Again, it's just another one of these metrics. We can keep looking at metrics in the game of Upland. It's nice to see the metrics get larger. Overall, it doesn't change the economy in the game of Upland as of today. You continue to list your properties and sell them at what you can sell them for. But $12 million in this player sold properties is more of a marketable point where Upland can go out and say this has been done in Upland so far. Make your own guess of the future, essentially, and that's hopefully where we are. I do think that we've got some more USD sales that will happen here in the future. We got a lot of things to be sold, but of course, the USD market, the UPX market, we know want the same market in the game of Upland, but we know that we have a milestone that this has happened. This is players selling, getting USD in their pocket. Again, from properties that were originally purchased in UPX, which is a different internal only currency, and that USD sometimes comes out of the game, sometimes gets recycled with people buying things in USD, buying USD sales in Upland, or taking that money in their pocket, taking it right out and into the real world. So, again, just a milestone to keep in mind. The wearables here. So we do have the official wearables announcement here in a couple places, a couple versions of that announcement, but it's not here in Discord as of right now. So the announcement here, I did see a YouTube video pop up on it recently with X1 putting a quick heads up on it. We was in announcements and pop-ups in the game of Upland earlier today. And of course, it is something that I'd like to see a more full announcement on, because it would be nice to be able to see some details here. But the announcement that we are seeing on these wearables, or that we did have, will get up the versions of the wearable that we have. Here it is. And this is the version we have. The version we have that's as full as it is about the NFLPA. Again, giving us some more details here on what we're looking at. And the key thing is it's not all of them. It's not the hats. It's not going to be 2021. It's not 2022. This is for 2023-2024 season. This is something that Upland actually did discuss early in the season, that this was going to be coming new to 2023-2024, is this idea of wearables. We know there were some prizes that were given out that were wearable jerseys, but all these mementos that people have been stocking through the year, I've got a 2023-2024 wearable. It is not a jersey. It is not wearable. Maybe they'll give me wearable hats. I don't know. I'll cross my fingers. But here it is. Gear up in style. Elevate your NFLPA mementos to wear your 3D jerseys. Get ready to show your team spirit in Upland with the all-new NFLPA fan gear, where your favorite NFLPA mementos come to life as dynamic 3D wearable jerseys. I think it's an interesting thing to say, team spirit. Technically, we don't honor teams with the NFLPA. We honor the individuals, the players of the NFLPA. That's what we're seeing. We're seeing a jersey with a number on it. It corresponds to a team, or to a city of a team that a player plays on, and then that is essentially the player's number. And when we go and look at it, we go and take a look at that jersey with that memento, we see it associated with a specific player. It's not associated with an NFL team. It's associated with that player. So you got a favorite player and you don't have their jersey now. If they're on this magic list right here, the player gear tab list, if we take a look at that, and your favorite player's on there, you can probably purchase it in the game of Upland on the secondary. Just a hint. That is possibly a reason why we still have NFLPA fan shops, where we still have these memento ventures. If you've got something that you want a wearable from the NFLPA, and that you have a favorite player, you can go and theoretically go purchase one. I like that we have this idea that we have more utility. Again, we continue to say, you're giving us mementos, you're giving us legits, you're giving us assets, but what can I do with them? Being able to wear a legit, I think that is huge. I think that it is about time. I think that this is something that we need to see theoretically more of. I'd love to see it expand larger. Again, the mementos are already sold. People already have them. There's additional sales. There is a sale tomorrow for NFLPA bundles. Mementos are now, again, going to be wearables, specifically the jerseys as of right now. No hats. I have a hat. It is not wearable. And, of course, it is not everybody. It's on the top list. Only those of top players end up on the list. The lists are relatively long here. If we go and look for Arizona, we got top 30 here. Looks like top 30 on Arizona. Whoomp. Yeah, top 30. And I'm mistaken. It looks like it's just about a full roster here. 49 man. I think there's other mementos they put out. You've got to be on the 49, on the top 49 here to be getting a jersey here, to be a wearable. So we'll see how that plays out. Again, people are getting their wearables. People are being able to essentially take the memento they've already owned for months in theory and actually have utility for them. It is an incentive to continue to purchase the sales as they go through. Upland is kind of sweetening the pot with this. We do have a sale this week, Thursday, for the sale that is going to be tomorrow. NFLPA Week 4 Mementos giveaway. Obviously, we didn't have the sale up for Week 4. Mementos sale, the bundles were not set up. So in the final NFL bundle sale, we're going to be offering an exciting giveaway. 50 Week 4 Mementos are going to be given away as bonuses for everybody who does purchase a bundle. You'll receive one entry into the giveaway. And then, of course, luck of the drop. You get pulled, you get lucky. There you go. Congratulations. Key thing here is bundle sale happens every Thursday, or should be happening every Thursday in or has been happening every Thursday through the season. Obviously, with our final sale, Upland is going to be ending things off there. Let's take a look. As of today, they had pulled for a period of time the pre-sale, the registration, the ability to register for the sale tomorrow for bundle sale. Let's see if it's back. There it is. Look at this. And we why not? Why not see this? Because it doesn't happen every time. It happened with totems. It's happened with a couple other things, but these USD and UPX side by side sales, they've been having some sellouts, and this is another one of them. Another example of these sellouts: USD and UPX side by side. Obviously, the strategy there, the thought there is that it's worth more than the 25,000 UPX. That's why people are willing to pay $25 for them, for these bundles, at least to the market. So Robots bundle, 0 450 left on the USD side, 0 450 left on the UPX side. They continue to stay sold out here. They pull this off eventually, but it just kind of lets you know, hey, you did miss your opportunity. You did miss the sale. The sale did happen, but unfortunately, you did not get any. But here we go. Here is our bundles for the NFLPA. If you do purchase a bundle, you get entered in to get a memento. You may get a memento from your bundle, but you may also win a week 4 memento, which haven't been distributed yet because this sale wasn't up in time. The bundles weren't up in time earlier this season when we did hit week 4. So those are USD and UPX, of course. You do have to register. They didn't say anything about this NFLPA mixed essential bundle, if that's going to qualify. I am not going to suggest, or I'm not going to guess at the idea that it may or will, just because I don't know. But I would say all the other bundles for sure, expect them to be entries. The mixed essentials bundle is not a bundle that is part of the package bundle sale. It's just something that happens throughout the year. It's not really tied to weeks, so I would not consider that 5,000 UPX NFLPA mixed essential bundle to be part of the sale overall to account towards that potential random draw. So keep that in mind. Something that I would not assume is going to get me any extra credit there if I were to go and purchase it at this time. All right. So as far as the wearables were concerned, those should have already launched. They're already up and running. We had the Stock Car Pro as being part of that. We were told that those mementos, the jersey mementos, or the race suit mementos, I should say, were going to be wearables if they, again, memento, not the legit version, or not the essential version, but if you have the memento, they were going to be wearable. They hadn't been for a while. Now they are. So you could get those on and wear those and be able to interact. Be able to use those in the game of Upland when you are in the plaza, when you are in other 3D spaces as we move here forward. That was part of the announcement when we were talking about the Stock Car Pro memento, wearable mementos. Again, small announcement here. Were you driven to get some Stock Car Pro Series mementos during the previous sale? Well, good news for you. Starting now, the outfit mementos are now wearable. Make sure to share your awesome new outfits with us. I've got a couple of the video mementos, the spotlight mementos, and now I kind of wish I had a wearable because I would have a utility for it. Spotlight mementos are great and all, but what the utility is you can watch a little video. Utility here is I can dress myself up and go into an Upland space and wear a relatively unique wearable. And here's the interesting thing about these mementos is they're tied to a specific race, and they're tied to a specific race, specific event, and they often are going to be a one of one, tied to a player or tied to a racer, tied to a race of the season. Pretty cool. Same thing with the mementos, tied to a specific player. They're tied to a specific week, and there's one of those available on the memento side. So it's kind of like a game used jersey. We've talked about that analogy before. Mementos are like game used jerseys. They are unique. You have ones nobody else in the world can, because that's the one that exists. Same thing here, except now that they're wearables, maybe somebody wants to wear something that signifies a specific week, a specific event. I don't think Upland's throwing any blood stains on those jerseys to say, hey, look at this. But it's going to be when you go look at the actual asset, you will see that distinction of what week it comes from. So pretty cool that this is now live in the game of Upland. We went over the NFLPA wearables. We went over the Memento giveaway, again, specific to this bundle sale going on tomorrow. The robots update, we went over that. 12 million USD sold. That's good. We know that's happening. And then from here, what are we looking at? We got the rest of the week here with the robots here into next Tuesday. We've got a burn mechanic built in. The sale on the carts is next Tuesday. Obviously, part of that burn mechanic is people are going to try to get the 3 of the robots, the 3 of the block explorers, and the 3 of the assets, the map assets. What this does, obviously, is it creates a dynamic, it creates a reason, it creates reason for people to buy in the secondary. So I do like that Upland has created this mechanic. If you do have a secondary shop, if you do have map assets, math shop or block explorer shop, keep your eyes out for these things. If people are trying to consign them with you, there is a short period of time when this sale is going to be as relevant during this burn period. Theoretically, there's still going to be a map asset. There's still going to be block explorers long term, but the utility, the burn mechanic utility is only for a short period of time. So keep that in mind when you are going to list these. If somebody tries to list with you, they obviously have a reason why they want to do it sooner rather than later. So just keep that in mind if you are on the Memento side, or not, if you are on the side of the Meta Ventures and you are trying to get things listed and put up. These things have a presence. These have a reason. These have a short term life of this specific utility. But for tonight, I want to leave you with a thank you very much for being part of the show. We're going to keep this method and this venue of here putting things out on YouTube. It makes it easier to be able to share things, makes it easier to be able to save the video. Looking forward to doing so. But of course, Tuesdays and Fridays will be in the plaza. We'll continue to have voice in Discord if that's where you prefer to be. But of course, here in YouTube, you can see things, we can share things, and we can theoretically more easily see comments, at least on the YouTube side, than I would in other places. But for tonight, thank you so much, everybody, for being here. We'll see you again 7 p.m. PT tomorrow, again on Discord, again on YouTube, and then Friday, of course, in the plaza. Thank you so much. If you are in Discord, mics are open, mutes are off, and the floor is yours. Thank you. Take care. Good night.